What up, YouTube Live? Happy Sunday morning, uh, January 6th. I believe that January 6th, 2019. And, and today is the Golden Globes. Woo! Golden Globe Awards 2019. The red carpet arrival will start probably around, I want to say, 2 ish or 3 ish in the afternoon. So, I want to give you this quick review of Future Man Season 2, Episode 4 before uh, I go off and watch the Golden Globes red carpet arrivals live on TV. Now, I as I mentioned before, that Future Man new season 2 will be available, all 13 episodes, come January 11th. That is next Friday, January 11th, only on Hulu. So special thanks to Hulu for granting me the screeners to the entire 13 episodes. Um, and I'm doing this review episode by episode instead of just like one video review for the whole thing. So with all my TV reviews and my episode recaps, this also contains spoilers. So heads up, spoiler alert, you've been warned. There will be spoilers. I'm gonna have to do this one real quick because I have an appointment with fellow YouTuber Anthony. We're gonna do a collabo video today, in about less than 30 minutes. So let's get right to this. Excuse me, I just had breakfast. Okay, so what happens in episode 4 is that, as I'm, just as a refresher, in episode 1, it's mostly about Josh. Josh finds himself in the cave of Pointed Circle, and then he escapes. He runs away from the Pointed Circle because he finds out that Pointed Circle wants to kill him. And episode 2, you see Tiger and Wolf get separated. Wolf gets taken into the NAG, the new above ground, and Tiger finds herself in the Mons, the community of people that want to go to Mars, and it's led by Stu Camillo, played by Haley Joel Osment. And at the end of that episode, Tiger discovers that Stu has made a clone of Tiger named Tiana, a doppelganger, if you will. But she's the spoiled brat, but she looks exactly a carbon copy of Tiger. Different personality, obviously. So in episode 3, it's about Wolf. First half of it, trying to escape the NAG, because he's like, I'm not Torque, but everybody keeps calling him Torque because Torque looks like Wolf, and Torque has like 5 wives and a daughter, and so Wolf. By the end of that episode, Wolf is like, "Oh, you know what? I've grown to liking these fellas. I'm gonna stay here. I'm just gonna play the part and become this Wolf. I mean, become this Torque fella." So episode 1 focuses more on Josh. I think episode 2 focuses more on Tiger. Episode 3 focuses more on Wolf / Torque. And episode 4, now we see a bit of bits and pieces of the three of them, before by the end of episode 4 that they get reunited. Now, Josh escapes the Pointed Circle, so he wanders the desert. Oh my god. He looks like one of those Jesus' disciples. Funny I mentioned to you Jesus, because Jesus, a mirage of Jesus actually shows up. Josh is freaking thirsty. He's like, he's hallucinating Jesus. Jesus shows up. And Jesus says something along the lines of, "Oh, I show up because Yoda doesn't show up." And in my thoughts when he said that, I'm like, okay, maybe Hulu or Feature Man producers don't have the rights, the licensing rights to use the image of Yoda, but anybody could use the image of Jesus anywhere, anytime. So instead of Yoda, it's Jesus that shows up. So Josh is wandering the desert. He's at his breaking point, about to give up, and then he finds himself in the NAG, the new above ground, which is the community that that Wolf / Torque resides in. Now, the Wolf part of episode 4, you see him pretty much. Things are going well for him, man. Holy crap! his wheel business is doing well. He's got all these chits in the jar. His apprentice looks up to him and gets inspired and is like, "Oh, I want to make my own wheel too." It's like, that's how you know you are a successful inspirer. That's how you know that you have mentored well, when your mentoree um, starts getting empowered and getting the initiative to do their own thing too. So that's the part where Wolf is like, "Oh my god, I'm so touched. I love my apprentice. I mean, he loves his community. He even suggests his community to start thinking big, like instead of just like the regular wheelbarrow, let's make wheel wagon. Let's expand it to more innovative ideas about wheels." so so Wolf and Torque at this point in season 2, in episode 4, this episode, he is doing very well, and his wives are satisfied. He provides. um he basically has settled down, man. I mean, you would not think that about Wolf, right? Because Wolf is a soldier. Wolf is a hunter, is a killer, and um, but as I mentioned to you in my previous video, he is a softy deep down. Um, he can empathize, despite that rough exterior. So now he's gotten to the point where he kind of gets used to the nag. It's like, oh, this isn't so bad. And Wolf is one of those guys who can adjust to anything. You put him in any environment and he'll adapt. Give it time. um Whereas the part in episode 4 about Tiger. Oh my God, that's where the title of episode 4 comes in. The title is "Guess Who's Coming to Lunch," which obviously is a play on the classic "Guess Who's Coming to Dinner." And there's this scene where Tiger and her doppelganger Tyann and Stu Camillo have lunch together, and and Tiger figures out that Tyann actually can do things that she does too, like making elbow sound or whatever. And Tyann figures out that Stu Camillo, the reason why he created her, the doppelganger, is because Stu has a freaking crush on Tiger. so so Tyann does not take that very well. It's like, oh my god, that's why you made me, because you have a crush on her. That's sick, Dad. And then Stu goes back to his psychiatrist, who, by the way, is not a very good psychiatrist, because she sounds more like a yes kind of person. Like she's like, uh, her job is not to kind of point out, "Hey, Stu, you're doing this wrong," or at least kind of navigate Stu to figuring out, okay, what do I have to do right here, or am I going on the wrong path? But no, the psychiatrist is more of a this Stu's Stu's psychiatrist. She oftentimes she's not an enabler. I wouldn't call it enabler, but she would rationalize and say, if Stu comes up with, like in this episode, he comes up with this counting crows analogy, and the psychiatrist will be like, see, that's a good point. You made your point, that point yourself. I'm with you there. I'm with you. And maybe this is a good thing that's happening. And because whenever if Stu if Stu has any self doubts, like, oh, maybe I'm doing it wrong, and she's like, no, 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 keep at it, keep at it. Look, just think of the alternative. The alternative would be bad. So I guess you could call that enabling, but at the same time, she's trying to help. Basically, she's part of Stu's conscience that tries to rationalize, so Stu can continue on denying whatever bad path that he's going on. So I guess that's one way to put it. So it's not really psychiatrist per se. That's what makes it funny. Um, I The part when they reunite at the end was pretty funny. Um, because obviously Wolf says to Josh, like, "Hey, I got people I have to take care of here. I don't want to." That whole thing with saving the world and time traveling, that's behind me now. And and they're like, I can't even find Tiger, and Tiger just suddenly shows up at the end. So that's funny. There's some the thing with Future Man is that you get again, as I mentioned to you before, it kind of helps when you watch it twice. Sometimes, I think if you watch this episode in particular just once, you may find it a little bit stale, or you might wonder, okay, where is this heading? It's like, is this gonna lead to a point, any point at all? But I think if since it's available on Hulu, which is a streaming service, and you can binge watch it, I really recommend you watch some of the episodes twice, because not only will you pick up some of the jokes even better, but also you can pick up the dynamic of these three characters even more, because they have each of them has their own dilemma now. Tiger deals with the fact that she has a doppelganger. Wolf deals with the fact that he has mouths to feed, and Joss deals with the fact that, oh my god, I'm a former terrorist, but now I'm like, I have no purpose now. I'm like, but maybe this one mission thing could really get me going, motivated again. So how would those three priorities collide and mesh together? And that's what makes it, something that will, at least at the very least, intrigue you to follow their journey in subsequent episodes. So you might not pick that up in the first time viewing it, but I think second, third time you will be like, okay, I'm in it now. I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm on the case like you are. So uh great episode. Another fantastic episode. No complaints here, no objections. Oh man, I'm a big fan of the show. It's not, again, season 2 is not as rolling on the floor, laugh out loud funny as season 1, but it is still funny. It is still comical. It is still comedic, and I really recommend Future Man season 2, which, by the way, again, will air January 11th on Hulu. So make sure you go check out Future Man New season 2. All right. Thank you. I'll be hey, Robert, what's up, Robert? No, I'm not living the dream yet, brother. But thank you so much. I'm still poor. Look, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment. So today's Golden Globes, I'll be live streaming tonight after the Golden Globes ends to give you my reaction to the winners announced at the Golden Globes. I'll see you there tonight. Okay, let's rock this.